Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another flight, another Air Arabia flight. If you watched the first videos of this channel, that was a flight from Sharjah to Basra, and we are still at Basra now in our turnaround, preparing our return leg to Sharjah. I already loaded the flight plan, imported from Debrief. And I'll file that flight plan with VATSIM as well. This flight will also be on VATSIM. We had no ATC on our way coming here. Maybe on our way back in the UAE we'll have some ATC. Not sure yet, but they're often online at that time of the day. So let's see. Always nice to have some ATC, but even without ATC, we'll keep it realistic and make important position reports where necessary. So the flight plan, as said, is loaded. The weather was supposed to be bad here in Basra. Well, it's cloudy. It's not great, but it's not bad weather. No issues at all. So we'll set up the flight in the FMC as well. We'll, let's tell our first officer that we're starting to set up. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
And our flight coming here was with a lot of hiccups. I didn't reset anything, it's still the same session, so let's see if things will be going better from now on, or not. So our new flight number is Air Arabia, which means Alpha Bravo Yankee 834. Which I have what's happening now? Oh.
I'm Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, I think he was just checking the APU fire bell. Yeah, we fly as a virtual airline again via the VAMSIS Pegasus system, which will give us all the data after our flight, which we could analyze. We arrived late, so we will depart late as well. The scheduled time of departure is 14:15 UTC, which is 17:15 local time in Basra, and we're supposed to arrive in Sharjah at 1600 UTC, which is 8 o'clock PM local time in Sharjah. In Sharjah, it's 1 hour later than here in Basra. So, as I said, MCP, ATSU, AOC menu, and we'll initialize our flight. The old flight is still in there. We'll put a new flight in there. We'll just request it, and it will pull it from Debrief. Now we have it from Basra to Sharjah, and our first alternate, I filed 4, according to Air Arabia virtual company procedures, and our first alternate is Ras Al Khaimah, which is a very short distance away from Sharjah. I heard a beep, so GSX wants us to input the fuel, as it's not well synchronized anymore. At least in my case, since the latest update of either the Phoenix or the probably the GSX. Actually, the block fuel calculated by Debrief is 5,700. We don't really need much more fuel because there is no issues with the weather in Sharjah. But yeah, we just rounded up to 6,000. So config fuel 6,000. That's done. And then we go to our flight plan. We'll pull that from Debrief as well. Unit request. Flight number is Alpha Bravo Yankee 3, correction 834. Cost index received from dispatch is 12, and we'll be cruising pretty high up at flight level 390. For the outside temperature, it's maybe worth having a look at our briefing page, the flight log, and at the top of climb. It's warmer, actually, minus 56, so we'll correct that. Outside temperature is 15, so that's good. And I'll put the troposphere somewhere down, maybe. We'll leave it like that, it's okay. Wind request. So that we can upload automatically, which is very nice. Water trim is neutral from the previous flight. We'll put the voice recorder on ground mode, so in case something happens, it already records us in case they need to listen to our briefing. It's company procedure. Strobe to auto, nav lights are good. Everything is still well set from the previous flight. Nothing to look at here. We'll have to fill in our weights in here. A little bit later we can already put in the block fuel as 6.0. Much less fuel than on our way coming here, because I expected bad weather and took 1.5 tons extra. Now we're good with 6. So yeah, we can already request the boarding. The jet bridge here at Basra, which is a payway scenery for Basra Airport, it doesn't connect. I didn't have a Debrief profile. Probably could set it up myself through the new GSX. Customization menu, but yeah, let's not bother with that now. Well, he's back, he had no issues. We'll try to speed up the turnaround a bit. We have 22 minutes left, but hopefully we'll need less to catch up some of the delay we had. Boarding goes very fast.
Departure checks completed.
Oh, that's great.
Bypass pin inserted.
That's strange as well. But cargo, we have nothing loaded. That just jumped up while it should take like at least 15 minutes or something. Again, there is some hiccups going on in the Zim or on my PC or somewhere, I don't know where, but I encountered strange things today which I never encountered before. But that's part of simming. There's always something not working, but it's been really strange things today. Okay, let's look at the flight plan. Oscar Romeo Mike Mike departure, runway 14. I suppose the weather hasn't changed that much. And we'll stick to runway 14, and it looks like it, yeah. So that's great. Yeah, 111010. QNH is now 1013, and we'll use runway 14. There is no sit here. So we'll climb out and go straight to CDAT. As there is no ATC either, I will just input that already, so it will just follow the climb to 1510 and then turn to CDAT via the autopilot. And in Sharjah, I am pretty sure that we will have a ILS 30 arrival. Last waypoint is Gunvey, so that will be the Gunvey for Mike arrival. And that's all in. Secondary flight plan in case of an engine out. We'll fly the engine out 14 procedure. That's just my custom name for that waypoint. We will not fly to CDAT.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we are already boarded, but again, the sync between Phoenix and GSX is a bit of a mess right now. A runway heading for runway 14 is 134. So we're still... Oh, I call it EO17, but it should be 14, but it doesn't matter. That's just the name. 134 for 25 miles. So in case of an engine failure, we'll maintain runway heading, climb to 3,000 feet to 25 miles. We store that. Don't forget it's called EO... What's this now? Okay. Secondary flight plan. EO17 instead of 14. As long as we know. Put that in there. New destination is Oscar Romeo Mike Mike. That's the plan to return here if we have an engine failure. And we can put the performance in as well. We'll do the VOR approach runway 14. One, 0, 1, 2, 15, 110 at 10. You still remember from the arrival, which I did just some minutes ago, that the minimums are 390, and we go for full flaps with an engine failure, which I suppose is the correct flap setting. If you know better, please let me know. I'm not an Airbus pilot and don't even have so much experience on the Airbus. I know, for example, much more about the 737, but right now we are flying the Airbus, and I do my best to keep it as close to real procedures as possible. So we don't have a sit here. That's not the most realistic thing, but I already will put the cruising level as stop altitude in here. I'll put the flight directors on and have this managed. Doesn't work yet. Still some data missing, I suppose. And that's done for the secondary flight plan. It's done for the primary flight plan as well. We are all set. I'm not sure what the boarding status is now. It was boarded and it started boarding again. Boarding completed. Oh, that looks good. Let's see if we have a final load sheet. Yeah, it says here final. That's great. So let's continue with that. ATSU, AOC, receive messages, and then lots of load sheets. We can disregard them all. And obviously only take the final one into consideration. I think sync is automatic here. I will sync the weather, which has already been done. No intersection departure, we'll use full runway length. That's what makes most sense for runway 14. And we'll calculate that. Now we have our V speeds, 148, 148, 151. Flexing 68 degrees and flap 2 for change. So yeah, that's calculated. Packs off. Always make sure you calculate the right thing. We sent this to our MCDU. So the performance should be in there. And it is. That's great. Always great when things are working as they should. Important now to input our weights as well. Zero fuel weight is 56.2. And the Mach 0 fuel is 31.8. That's all set. Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's do the briefing. The weather is good actually now. It'll be a config 2 departure from runway 14. The V speeds are 148, 148, 151, 68 flex to temp. 39,000 is the cruising altitude. Takeoff CG percentage is 30.7. And yeah, thrust reduction altitude looks good. Starting engine 1, then 2, and packs off takeoff. That's all correct. Looking at the charts, we'll push back facing west. See if we still can take Echo, otherwise we will take Charlie, right on Tango, and taxi to the end. I don't want to take Foxtrot as an intersection departure, so we'll just go to Alpha, 14 Alpha. No sit, so from there we'll go straight to our routing. Which means runway 14 takeoff, direct to our first waypoint, which is CDAT, and it's basically a straight climb out, which is nice as well. Main threats are complacency, no other traffic. Weather is still not a threat, although we are at night now. And as usual, on the runway, anything below 100 knots we'll stop. Between 100 and V1, we will only stop for an engine failure, any kind of fire, wind shear, warning, or if we deem the aircraft unsafe to fly. And anything after V1 we'll take into the air. We go to secondary flight plan, fly the engine out procedure, which is basically straight out to 3,000 feet. Manage the failure and return to Basra. Any questions?
No questions.
That completes the brief. Another company message. What would that be? MCDU, ATSU, AOC menu, receive messages. It's still the arrival message. Yeah, we arrived very late at 14:03 due to the several issues with my sim, but also with the airplane. Interesting video. Go back and watch it if you can. The flight from Sharjah to Basra. First video normally on this channel. So okay, we completed the refueling. Fuel pumps can be on. Seat belts can be on. And we can speed up this time again.
Hi guys, here is the load sheet for you.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Because we are actually ready for departure, apart from... I often forget this, very important, the APU. So let's spool that up.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
So by the way, that flight attendant you hear, it's part of FS2Crew. So FS2Crew is basically your first officer. But yeah, as it helps you simulate the full procedure, it also gives you the critical flight attendant interactions with the cockpit. But it's also not working as usual today, so everybody should have the pre-departure checklist on here. So basically, I changed my home screen of the EFB to the checklist, which is useful. A good tip from the virtual airline Air Arabia, for which I'm performing this flight. I'll put a link of them below. If you're looking for a virtual airline with lots of interesting airports in the Middle East, Southeast Asia, up to Europe with the A320 family, then Air Arabia is your way to go. Flying mainly out of Sharjah, but also Abu Dhabi, Morocco, Pakistan, and yeah, a nice team as well within that virtual airline. So yeah, according to me, everything is done. So let's do that pre-start checklist. The APU is available. We should be waiting a little bit before turning the APU bleed on. Three minutes, I should have timed it, but yeah, we'll have. We'll just continue to see if it accepts my pre-start checklist, as it doesn't show me the option. Pre-departure checklist. Wrong command. Pre-start checklist. Pre-start checklist. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me do that. Maybe before start checklist. Oh, that was it. Wrong words. Parking brakes are set. Set.
Takeoff speed and thrust.
V1 148, V2 148, VR 151, flexing 68 degrees.
V1 148, VR 148, V2 151, flex 10, 68 degrees, windows.
Closed.
Beacon.
I'm sure that I turned that on. On. On.
Before start checklist completed.
Okay, let's push back. Nice quick turnaround. Let's put the APU bleed on now. I don't know if we passed 3 minutes, but that should be fine. And let's call for pushback. Facing west is nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
And release the parking brakes.
Push. All engines clear. Start as well.
Here we go. Okay, we can start the engines. Starting engine 1.
Okay.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
بينما يقوم أفراد الطاقم بشرح إجراءات السلامة والطوارئ على
Starting engine 2.
Your
Okay.
seat must be securely fastened when you are seated. Insert the flap tip into the buckle and pull the strap. To unfasten, just lift the buckle.
لربط الحزام بإحكام أدخل القطعة المعدنية المسطحة في المشبك ثم شد الحزام. لتحرير الحزام ارفع غطاء المشبك.
If oxygen masks drop down, pull it towards you. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust the elastic bands and breathe normally. Remember,
ثبت كمامتك أولا ثم قم بمساعدة الآخرين.
your life jacket is stored under your seat. When instructed by the crew, place the jacket over your head. Wrap the strap around
Okay, the engine is available.
securely.
So we have a good engine start.
By pulling both red tabs
Cockpit to ground.
downwards.
We have a
The
good
life
engine
jacket
start.
can also
You can
be
disconnect.
inflated by blowing into the red tubes. Do not inflate your life jacket
And we can disconnect the APU.
and until you are outside the aircraft.
سترة النجاة موضوعة تحت مقعدك. عندما يطلب منك طاقم الطائرة ضعها حول عنقك ثم لف الشريط حول خصرك واربطها بإحكام. قم بلف السترة عبر سحب الأرابط الحمراء بقوة نحو الأسفل. يمكنك أيضا لف السترة عند الحاجة عبر الأنابيب الحمراء. لا تنفخ سترة النجاة إلا عند صدور تعليمات الطاقم وعند مغادرتك للطائرة.
This aircraft is fitted with 8 emergency exits, which are equipped with an automatic evacuation slide.
Two
The
chop
cabin crew
disconnected.
will now point out the
Bypass
nearest
pin
emergency
removed.
exits to you.
يوجد 8 مخارج
Left is clear, right is
كل
clear.
المخارج مزودة بزندقات النجاة. سوف يشير أفراد الطاقم إلى أقرب مخرج إليكم.
Emergency path lighting has been placed on the floor to guide you to the nearest exit. All safety instructions can be found on the
After start checklist.
spotted in your seat pocket. Please
NTIs.
read before takeoff.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked. 30% set.
Rudder trim.
Neutral.
After start checklist completed.
All mobile phones and electronic devices must be switched off or set them to airplane mode until we have landed at our destination.
يجب إطفاء جميع الهواتف المحمولة والأجهزة الإلكترونية ويجب عدم تشغيلها إلى حين هبوط الطائرة وتوقفها تماما.
Smoking and
Okay, I think we will have ATC once Gulf Upper Control is online. I've just seen, but only from flight level 2, 4, 5 upwards they're controlling. Anyway, let's get taxiing.
كما أن جميع دورات المياه مزودة
Parking brake is off.
بالدخان. نود أن نشكركم على انتباهكم.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
I hope my pedals work this time, because that was an issue during
Ladies and gentlemen,
the outbound flight.
dimming the lights. You can turn on a reading light
And
above your head.
we'll take this taxiway here to the left. We said either this one or the next one, which was Charlie, I think. Okay, cabin is already ready. Brake check.
Pressure 0.
And flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Not sure what happened now, but again, it's a strange day in my sim. But we'll get everybody safe to Sharjah, I'm sure. Taxi checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Check. Flap setting.
Config 2.
Are you sure about that?
No, but my first officer should already have done that, so I'll just do it myself. That's why you always should check before you answer. Config 2.
Config 2. Radar and predictive windshield system.
On and auto.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Ecam memo.
Yeah, you also didn't arm the spoilers. And the takeoff config. Takeoff no blue.
Taxi checklist completed.
So yeah, my first officer is partly incapacitated, so that'll be another interesting flight. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, he doesn't look very well. My cockpit door is still open. And it's difficult to follow up because he does some things, but he does not everything. It would be easier if he wouldn't do anything. Then yeah, I know what to do. But okay, it's a good training to double check everything he does. Okay, I don't think there's any traffic here in Basra right now, but you never know, low visibility, so we may not see them either. Let's just do a call on VATSIM to be sure. Basra traffic, Arabia A34 at Basra, line up and takeoff runway 14, Basra traffic. No answer. We wouldn't see him on the TCAS yet because it's not on yet. Cleared for departure.
Takeoff runway confirmed. Approach path clear of traffic. Cabin crew be seated for takeoff.
Okay, now TCAS is on and the approach path is indeed clear of traffic. Line up checklist. Line up checklist.
Takeoff runway.
14 confirmed.
Runway 14 confirmed. TCAS.
TARA.
PAX 1 and 2.
Off.
Lineup checklist completed.
We turned them off, which is great. Okay, let's line up. Again, we will spool up to 50%, check stabilized, and then flex. Below 100 knots, we'll stop for anything. Below V1, only for, and after 100 knots, only for engine fires. Any fire engine failures, wind shear warnings, or if we deem the aircraft unsafe to fly, and obviously after V1, we'll just take it into the air. Ready? Takeoff. Stabilized. Man flex runway, auto thrust. SRS. .100 knots. Fast. No call outs from the first officer. And rotate.
Pitch.
Gear up. No positive rate from the first officer. So he's truly incapacitated. Autopilot 1 on. Flaps 0.
Speed check. Flap 0.
So yeah, not a typical flight, but that makes it maybe more interesting. Not everything works as planned today. And again, There's always something which doesn't work, but today I really had issues I've never seen before on this sim. With the airplane, with FS2Crew, with my controls. I already set it to climb, didn't I? Strange, strange, strange. Yeah, he doesn't put the packs on, I mean, so I'll do it myself. Useless. Not that I'm criticizing FS2Crew, they have a great support, and I usually don't have these issues with it. I don't know what's wrong today. Must be the general trend of maybe it's me recording, because that's the only thing I do different from other flights. I have a recorder, OBS in the background. I don't know if that messes some things up with the sim, because I'm really having issues today which I usually don't have. So we're climbing out, passing 10,000 feet. We can go to standard, which we basically are already. No standard cross-check from the first officer. Clear RADNAV.
Okay.
And I'm sure he won't turn the seatbelts off, so I'll do it. And we are on our way to Sharjah. We can already put Gulf control frequency on standby. And they're controlling above flight level 245. So shortly before reaching that level, we will get in touch with them. Let's have a look at the weather in Sharjah. What? There we go. Okay, like this. So Sharjah winds 260, so that will give us runway 30. 80% of the time it's runway 30 in Sharjah, as expected, and as we already have it in our FMC, so nothing to change there. Visibility is slightly reduced, but nothing to worry about. 25 degrees, and QNH will be 1014. So nothing to worry about when it comes to weather at arrival. The first officer didn't put the landing light off in his flow. Strange, strange, strange. . So you see the night lighting? Much more realistic than it was just 2 weeks ago with the latest SIM update 4. Great work on that side. Very satisfied. Because the nights, especially around cities, they just the whole ground was illuminated. It just did not look realistic. I'm happy they changed that. Why is the runway, the landing light back on? Why is the landing light on? Off. 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 Yeah, as I said, lots of strange things going on with the sim. So we're passing flight level 220. I think we can already call Gulf Control. You should call them before you enter their airspace.
Singapore 86, nothing further for you. Uniform 122, that's the right, bye-bye.
Gulf Control, good evening. Arabia 834, passing 230 for 3900.
Okay, station calling standby. Again 9640, send now flight level 24 and over 4 region.
Second get report to flight level 242, 9
Gulf Control, good evening. ATA 6650, flight level 340, inbound packet.
Arabia 834, Gulf Control, good afternoon, 4550.
5506 for Arabia 834.
Direct U114, continue descent flight level 24 and over 4 region.
Continue descent level 240, report reaching Cherokee 114.
Square 22170, descent flight level 24 and over 4 region.
Descent level 240, report reaching Mexico 7.
Arabia 834 identified, stop climb flight level 370.
Stop climb flight level 370, Arabia 834. So yeah, they want us to stop the climb at flight level 370, and we'll do that.
Cheers, Delta, November, further descent, Unicom 123, that's the right, bye-bye.
122.8, data from Marco 5, 7 today.
Cheers, thank you.
Why is that?
Nothing further for you, further Unicom 122, that's the right, bye-bye.
Unicom 122.8, thank you, Emirates 599.
Again, for flight 40.
Again, 964, thanks, further descent, Unicom 122, that's the right, bye-bye.
Further descent, then continuing Unicom, again, 964, thank you, bye. Cherokee 114, reaching level 240.
Iraqi 114, thanks, further descent, Unicom 122, that's the right, just traffic information, you've got about 3 arrivals following at the same time.
Further descent at Unicom 122.8, and yep, fully aware of traffic, Cherokee 114, thanks for your help, bye.
Cheers, thank you, Emirates 69, Tango, Gulf Control, hello, squad 5556. Probably 2 stations there, Emirates 69, Tango, squad 5556. Down the station for it.
Hotel 2369 with you, flight level 260.
Okay, SHJ239 Golf Control, hello, squad 5525.
5525 on the squad, SHJ269.
SHJ9 Bravo Mike Golf Control, hello, squad 5516. SHJ2369, radar contact, maintain flight level 260. Customer 2217, further descent Unicom 122 dash delay, traffic information 3 arrivals in Dubai, correction in Dubai.
1228, copy the chassis, connected 176.
So yeah, busy in Dubai,
Tower 6650, flight level 340.
which will be the airspace we'll be flying into. Sharjah being just a short distance away from Dubai.
Roger, report top of descent, Tower 6650.
HS9 Bravo Mike, radar contact, climb down flight level 380. Arabia 834, continue climb, flight level 390.
Apologies, yes, we will continue climb flight level 390 for Arabia 834, thank you.
Ghost control, good day, bye-bye, 35, flight level 262 for 320.
Arabia 035, Gulf Control, hello squad 5507.
Squad 5507, bye-bye, 035.
Arabia 035, thanks for the contact through flight level 270, climb down, flight level 320.
Subject level 320, bye-bye, 035.
I'll let it climb a bit. I'll stop the recording for now, and I will be back with you for the arrival briefing into Sharjah, because nothing much to see here. The only thing I'll be watching during cruise is my fuel burn. Update myself on the weather in Sharjah, but as well as en route airports in case I need to divert urgently to somewhere close. And that's basically it. Monitoring VATSIM instructions, air traffic control instructions, as we have air traffic control now. Otherwise, I would have a closer look at my TCAS to see any traffic around me. I'll see you in a bit. For you, just 1 second. For me, sometime until about 150 miles before top of descent.
Just 242, descend flight level 310, level 5.
Iguana 782.
So yeah, we are back on frequency. In the meantime, I switched from Gulf Control to Tehran radar, Iran. And we are under their control. Maintaining flight level 390 and not too far from top of descent, 140 miles, which means that we should be starting to do our arrival briefing. Runway in use in Sharjah is still runway 30, which is all set in the FMC.
1,822 miles. Just stand by. I thought you were just inbound Dubai because of 4-star. So if you're in route, you should pass Sierra India Romeo on 4-star. But it's okay, just maintain 3-5. Maintain 3-5. Okay, thank you.
So, weather in Sharjah, let's refresh it. Not available. Not surprised.
Race 411,
So I will take it from flight radar.
MS419, maintain max decimal 80.
And
235, proceed direct order.
Flight radar gives me still winds 270 at 8.
We've taken air to 4235.
QNH 1014, 25 degrees.
235, direct order.
Overall good weather. So we'll put that in here. QNH 1014.
When we descend flight level 250, level by order. Forward back.
25 degrees. And winds 270
834, when ready,
at
descend flight level 250, level by order.
When ready, descend flight level 240, level by Orsa Arabia A34, thank you.
Just to confirm, level 250.
250 for Arabia A34, thank you. So, the winds 270 at 8.
We'll come back.
Missed approach altitude is 313 feet. Config 3 landing. Let's put that on here as well. And then let's not forget about our ATC instruction, flight level 250 when ready. That means we don't have to descend immediately, but when we want, they want to reach us. They want us to reach that flight level. Let me see.
To 4235,
at Orsa.
310.
So 250. 250. At Orsa, and that changes our top of descent to 107 miles, 1539, which is still 40 minutes, 13 minutes. So we don't have to descend now, but once we reach it, we don't have to ask them again, and we can just descend to flight level 240.
On air 102, climbing 360. Right, 41 Mike, speed on conversion 300 left.
Okay, we have a company message. Already some time now.
Emirates 41 Mike, speed on conversion 300 left.
And we have a delay of 21 minutes. And they want us to allocate that delay, which you can do also in the AOC menu. AOC delay, 21 minutes. And that was due to late arrival of the aircraft. And delay of inbound flight is code Oscar Alpha Delta. So now we've told operations why we are late.
Skyline 419, request out of the cockpit for 25 minutes if possible.
Skyline 419,
Thank you, Skyline 419, I'm back. Skyline 419, ready.
So we are here right now. We will be in Iran airspace until Aqsa. So they want us to leave Iran airspace at flight level 250, and there we will enter the United Arab Emirates airspace. This is for runway 12, but so let's look at this route. We'll be landing at runway 30, which will be more like this route, landing from the other side. You can see that on the chart. I land in Sharjah all the time, so I'll keep that briefing brief. But it will be Uganzi 4 micro rifle, flying this very long downwind leg and base leg, and intercept the INS for runway 30. We might take a shortcut here, turn in a little bit earlier. No ATC at this moment for the Emirates airspace or the Dubai approach, which also handles traffic into Sharjah, is not online at this moment. Might change.
Emirates 772 identified, climb and maintain flight level 350. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
So we'll have ILS runway 30. Go around is basically flying straight ahead, heading 300. Climb to 2,000 feet. Transition level 130. And minimum descent altitude minimums is 313 or 200 above ground. The transition level actually was correct at 150. On the ground, landing at runway 30. We try to vacate at Bravo 7. If we don't make that, we'll do Bravo 6, because we'll have to taxi even via Bravo 7 to Bravo 6 anyway, Alpha 6, and then via Alpha back to the gates. Let's decide if we take a stand at the Zulus here or at the gate. Actually, let's go to the gate. It's always more fun. And unless ATC will be online and gives us another stand, we'll plan for stand number 5. Always good to have a plan. If we look at the parking stands, stand number 5 is a stand here at the gate, and we're coming in from Alpha. Another company message, that's basically, or probably, should I say, the receipt for our delay notification. Delay received, so that's all good. As far as it looks now, our next frequency will be advisory, no ATC. And that's all set. Yeah, if anyone knows why this landing light here is on while it appears to be off to me. Let me know in the comments. Strange things today, which I've never seen before. So we've entered our destination, weather forecast, performance data. We have had a look at our arrival, but it's being based in Sharjah on the A320. We do this all the time. What do you mean? Look, okay, and so that's a briefing we can keep short. I don't see any threats except for complacency.
Iguana 782, you're looking for airspace, advise the response to sway, bye-bye.
Total Iguana
You too, bye-bye.
Okay, top of descent should be...
4235, UAE offline, advise the 1228, and keep high speed, there's a traffic actually 15 miles behind you, so just maintain high speed for now. Thank you.
I wasn't sure if that was for me, but it wasn't.
Sean says,
So yeah, 29 miles to top of descent.
Emirates for 1 mic. UAE offline, positive 1228, just be caution tracking around 18 miles. Keep your speed, thanks.
With all this headwind, let's start already the descent.
You too.
Why doesn't it let me choose managed mode? We don't know. In managed mode it would just keep 1000 feet rate of descent until reaching the actual top of descent, the actual vertical path, and from there it would then follow the vertical path. Not a mystery to me why it doesn't let me choose managed mode. New cruise altitude 25,000 feet. That's not true. Okay, that was the problem. At least now we're managed. So the vertical path, which we are below because we started our descent earlier, will be calculated by the FMC. Where you see this blue line here, it should pick up the vertical path. So it will descend slower at 1000 feet per minute until it reaches the vertical path and then follow the steeper vertical path. We're picking up speed again, which was very low for a reason I don't know. And Yeah, we're descending. So far, so good. So yeah, we have an incapacitated first officer, so yeah, we need to manage that. We can't trust him on doing any of the tasks that FS2 has foreseen for him to do. So yeah, let's be careful with that. "52 minutes since we left Basra." And now approaching Sharjah. Just some miles away from Dubai. But a city with its own identity and its own airport. Mainly known for its low-cost operations, a bit of cargo too. And those low-cost operations mainly performed by Air Arabia, which has its base there. Single runway, but very busy airport. In a very busy airspace, the Dubai airspace. So yeah, all the departure routes are really designed, and arrival routes as well, not to touch the Dubai airport's arrival and departure routes. The layout is very similar to Stansted, which is London's low-cost airport. Close to other airports too, and same runway layout. Yeah, I'd like to call Sharjah the Stansted of the Middle East.
So that approved and confirmation to there is a conflict with the ADI information. Actually, information echo is 1023 as it QNH 1023. And second pushback and the resolution is not approved Republic attack. Approved QNH 1023 copies QNH 105.
Some kind of time there.
34 UA is applied for the 1228. Have a good evening, bye-bye.
Advisory on 1228 decimal 122.8 for Arabia 834, thank you.
Standby, it's button for you. Arabia 834. UA is applying, advisory 1228, bye-bye.
122.8 for Arabia 834, thank you, goodbye.
Lufthansa 785, UAE correction. Anchor is offline, advisory 1228, bye-bye.
Okay, so we are handed off from Tehran, and we're switching now to advisory. Which means it's up to us, again, to maintain separation from other traffic, and there is. I already see 2 planes from here. Dubai on VATSIM is usually always busy, or maybe not always busy, but there is always traffic. So yeah, Sharjah Airport has a lot of flights to, again, mainly performed by Air Arabia, but not only, to India, to Pakistan, all of the Middle East, meaning Amman, Beirut, lots of airports in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, up to Turkey, Greece, and Europe, Vienna, Milan, London Gatwick coming up, Southeast Asia as well, which means Thailand, Maldives, which is not Southeast Asia, but they also fly to the Maldives, Sri Lanka. So a nice airport to fly from. If you're not from the Middle East, like me, from Europe or the US, and you want to see some different parts of the world, I really recommend basing yourself in Dubai or Sharjah. And if you like low-cost operations, like Ryanair in Europe or Southwest in the US, well, in the Middle East, there is no better airline for that than Air Arabia. No better airline as well to discover loads of smaller airports in the region which you would never think of flying to. And if you like to do this in a virtual airline setting, I'll leave a link below linking to Air Arabia Virtual. Nice community as well. Some of the pilots, some of the members are also real-world Air Arabia pilots, so they give a lot of information as well about the real-world SOP, the procedures of Air Arabia, and about the Airbus A320 family in general. So already exciting now, but with the upcoming release, apparently it's been delayed to somewhere beginning next year, of the Phoenix Neo family. A lot of new exciting destinations, and narrow-body long haul can be flown. As I said, Sharjah to Gatwick, to Kuala Lumpur, to Bangkok, Phuket, which is very nice, obviously. Yeah, and I'm talking so much that we're maintaining 250. Well, we should have continued our descent. Not a problem, we shouldn't be too high above profile. Let's not use the speed brakes yet. Let it pick up speed. Completely different vertical descent logic than the Boeing airplanes. I know the Boeing 737, I've said it before, I think a lot better than Airbus. And it's more straightforward to understand as well, because there's a lot of automation, behind the scenes, computers doing stuff, and you really need to study all of that to exactly know which automation is doing what. And that's a bit a challenge I have with the Airbus. But it's an impressive plane, nevertheless, and fun to fly until something goes wrong. If something goes wrong in the Boeing, that's not fun either, but it's more hands-on solutions. Solutions in the Airbus require a good knowledge of the automations. That's my opinion, at least. So yeah, we see Dubai on the coast of the UAE in front of us. And as you can see, lots of traffic. Well, I see two. It's probably more. So let's have a good look out while we approach a busy airspace without ATC. Okay, the landing lights, well, they remained on according to this, but let's slowly put them on. Anyway, as we're approaching, still a bit high. But visibility doesn't hurt. Seatbelts, usually the first officer turns it on at top of descent. He didn't do it, as he's incapacitated. So I turned it on now. Smooth air, anyway, outside. Let's see if we have ATC again. Not ATC, but if we can pull the weather information from here again or not. Something that failed all the time as well today and usually doesn't. So again, something is weird today. Weather not available. And now we have something. Okay, wind 310 at 5, which is great for runway 30, 25 degrees still, and the QNH. We can set it, we are approaching our transition level, 1015. Usually he does a cross-check when we set the altimeter, but again he's incapacitated. Strange. It happened to me before, but if I do 3 or 4 flights in a row, not already starting on the first flight and going on through the second flight. At least he's not fully incapacitated. He still reacts sometimes when I ask something. We are catching up with our glide path, as you can see here, and yeah, without speed brakes, which is good. We weren't too far behind anyway. There is traffic around. Seen another plane before on the right side as well. I see now 4 planes in front of me. So let's stick to the star and have a good look out. Okay, we're fully on the VNAV path again, and we can do the approach checklist. Let's see if my first officer is still willing to do that. Approach checklist. 1015 set.
1015 set. Seatbelts.
On.
Minimum.
313 feet set.
Auto brake.
Low armed.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Yeah, I didn't do a performance calculation because I land so often in Sharjah, but that's not best practice. You always have to do one. I don't like the new landing performance calculator of the Phoenix. That's one thing that is less good, I think, since the last update. There is no more enroute. Yeah, we need our landing weight. Just put 60.3, but that's not necessarily it. So our zero fuel weight is 56.2. We expect to land with 2.8 tons of fuel on board, which means that our estimated landing weight is 59 tons. I will use low auto brake, idle no reverse thrust, manual land, flaps 3, auto throttle on, and that gives us room to vacate at Bravo 7. So that's good. If we don't make Bravo 7, which is a high-speed exit, we can still take Bravo 6. Anything else would not be efficient. Dubai World Central ground is online. But nothing else in the UAE. Right in front of me, the runway, so we'll enter this very long downwind. (10,000 feet), just because our first officer is...
Hi, Aviator 1. How can I help you?
That was the wrong button. We don't need that. Seatbelts are on. Give us some lights. Do it all ourselves. And yeah, all the traffic coming into Dubai, which is probably behind this somewhere. Then we have Sharjah. Our alternate is behind this, or here maybe somewhere, is Ras Al Khaimah. Our scheduled time of arrival is in 2 minutes, so we catched up a lot with that short turnaround and a very strong tailwind en route, which is great. We're not very late. In case of a go around, we'll climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet. For now, we'll continue our descent to 2,000 feet, which is the platform altitude. Yeah, they want us to say something. As I called the flight attendant by accident. Just to let you know that we'll be arriving about 10 minutes late.
Thanks for letting me know.
Okay. At least then all the text is gone. So the city of Sharjah in front of us. Ras Al Khaimah is somewhere here. And Dubai is here. And you see Dubai Airport. One airplane about to touch down. The next on approach. And another one coming in here. Didn't hear many call-outs because they should manage to keep their distance. By doing call-outs, but I haven't heard any. Anyway, separation looks good. And shouldn't be a factor for us unless we go around. Yeah, night lighting. Here I really can compare. I've landed a lot here lately. And like all those dark spots here, everything was illuminated. Which is not realistic. And yeah, it looks so much better now. This is how it looks. Yeah, another one flying over there. One landing here. Yeah, Dubai is always busy in real life, but also on VATSIM.
And that's express 211 landing, runway 30.
So yeah, we're on this very long downwind. We can activate the approach phase. Let's see if my first officer does that or if I have to do it myself. Activate approach phase. Activate approach phase. Yeah, sometimes he does something. Approach phase is activated. That's good. I suppose he won't turn on the landing system. I'll do it for him.
Why not? 211, are you connected as an observer? Because I can't see you.
Emirates Poland, Mike, I'm not outside your boat.
And the by consensus support, correction consensus 211, runway 30 located.
Anyway, let's go to the captain of studio. we are currently downwind for the ILS runway 30 left, and we will turn base to Malta.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Just so you know where I will go ahead of you because I am way closer to the first part and already very late, so yeah, I hope you don't mind. Sorry, are you asking to talk about I can go where you need that?
Okay, we can turn final now. Take a shortcut, there's no traffic. And that saves us some time too. Some fuel, of course. And
capture the localizer for
I see traffic there. I suppose that's inbound for Dubai. Another one here. Yeah, this must be the Dubai ILS. Yeah, and we have visual as well. There's one here. There should be another one more there. So I don't think there's traffic at Sharjah. Definitely not on the approach. I'll just make a call to be absolutely sure and to inform maybe traffic on the ground who are preparing for departure. Sharjah traffic, Arabia 834 intercepting the ILS runway 30 at Sharjah. Okay, so on the approach, we are on glide slope. Miles, runway in sight. You see Dubai Airport here.
Dubai traffic Emirates 840 heavy, left ILS runway 30 left, will maintain 185 knots until 5 minutes.
Another traffic there. That's a good thing about landing in Sharjah as well. Less traffic. On VATSIM, in real world, it can be very busy too, especially with only one runway. Okay. 10 miles, let's set flaps 2.
We will maintain 185 and 270 ME.
Flaps 2.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
My first officer is waking up. Okay, we're on the glide slope, on the localizer. We set our go around altitude to 3,000 feet. In case of a go around, we will climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet. Maintain runway heading. Seven miles. Nice flow of traffic coming into Dubai, I like it. Makes it real. Gear down.
Gear down. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3.
Landing checklist.
EK memo.
Landing, no blue.
Landing checklist completed.
Okay, here we go. Manual flight.
Traffic is 419 reducing speed to
Okay, I fly manually.
The traffic Emirates 8.
Sync rate.
Checked. Ground speed is 140 knots, so we should aim at 700 feet per minute descent rate. Take the first two numbers, divide by 2, gives you a good indication of the 3% glide slope rate of descent you need. 140, 700 feet. Anyway, we have the puppies now as well.
400.
800 feet per minute. That's back to 700.
100 above.
I'm over-correcting a bit. Should hardly need any corrections. Hardly any wind. Continue.
Check.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Dubai traffic is 4 miles, 4 mile final, 20 left for landing Dubai traffic.
Yeah, no call outs for the reverse screen and so on. That's the incapacitated first officer again. Strange. So yeah, I suppose he won't clean up the aircraft either, so we will do that.
30 deprecated Dubai.
Welcome to Sharjah. We have made it. Still with hiccups, which I had on the inbound flight as well. The outbound flight, sorry, which you can see in another video. It should already be on the channel. And much more severe than on this flight. But still, not sure what was going on. But I'm sure I'll look into that. So I think I cleaned up everything. After landing checklist. After landing checklist.
Radar and predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist completed.
Okay, one engine taxi in. Shutdown engine 2. And we're going to gate 5. It's 6 now. Which is fine. One engine taxi. Remember the old days in FSX where this could just not be simulated. We've gone a long way from FS98 and earlier even. I think I jumped in at 98. I don't remember. No, earlier as well. Earlier. There's a colleague. Eight. Seven. And 6. Taxi lights off. Hey Ahmed, if you smile, I'll take a picture of you. Yeah, I was just saying hello to a colleague who was parked on the right there. So, engine number 1, shut down. Cabin crew disarm slides and cross-check. So let's just take this picture. That's another one to be sure. Okay, that's done. Let's get serious again. Yeah, the other airplane is a colleague of me from the Air Arabia virtual airline. So I just thought I said hello, and I'll put a picture of us into our Discord group. So let's get serious again, meaning we can turn the beacon off. That should launch the deboarding from GSX. At least that works still fine.
Cabin crew disarm doors.
And my first officer is back. He proposes the parking checklist, which is great. Parking checklist. Parking checklist.
Parking brakes or chocks.
Set.
Engines.
Off.
Wing lights.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking checklist completed.
Yeah, he also closed the fuel pumps, which he didn't do on the outbound flights. Suddenly he's back. I don't know why. So yeah, the jet bridge is already there. Deboarding should commence. I have put the seatbelt lights off, which is great. Parking checklist is completed, which means we've made it. Welcome to Sharjah. Here we are.
Traffic United 423 at 810 mile final 30 left. Goodbye.
العربية 0 Pushback
Yeah, the other one is pushing back now. Nice action at Sharjah Airport. Very nice. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel, subscribe, like the video, motivate me to continue with this. And if you don't like the channel, if you don't like this video, tell me why, what I can improve. If you know more about the Airbus than me and you saw anything that I did wrong, let us know, so I can learn, but also other viewers can learn. And if you've learned something from me, let us know as well. That'd be nice to know as well. If you want me to do anything different, talk more about certain things, also let me know. Thank you again for watching me. Have a nice rest of the day, and I'll be back again soon with a new flight. Thank you. Bye-bye.